Okay, then, okay. Yeah, you're right. We wanted to have this whole section of chaste wife. Okay, I think last time it was Sugandha Mataji, if I'm not right, not wrong. You read?
Prabhuji, I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, I don't know how long it was. Maybe Satish Prabhu, when was your last turn? You read?
Hi, Prabhuji. I think quite some time back, probably. I don't, at least before I went to India.
Before you went to India. So would you
Yeah.
like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe you can make the background a bit low.
Okay, I'll move to a different room. Sorry, Prabhuji. Hope it's better now, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. To render service to the husband, to be always favorably disposed towards the husband, to be equally well disposed towards husband's relatives and friends, and to follow the vows of the husband. These are the four principles to be followed by woman described as chaste. A chaste woman must dress nicely and decorate herself with golden ornaments for the pleasure of her husband. Always wearing clean and attractive garments, she should sweep and clean the household with water and other liquids so that the entire house is always pure and clean. She should collect the household paraphernalia and keep the house always aromatic with incense and flowers, and must be ready to execute the desires of her husband. Being modest and truthful, controlling her senses, and speaking in sweet words, a chaste woman should engage in the service of her husband with love according to time and circumstances. A chaste woman should not be greedy but satisfied in all circumstances. She must be very expert in handling household affairs and should be fully conversant with religious principles. She should speak pleasingly and truthfully and should be very careful and always clean and pure. Thus, a chaste woman should engage with affection in the service of a husband who is not fallen. The woman who engages in the service of her husband, following strictly in the footsteps of the goddess of fortune, surely returns back home, back to Godhead with her devoted husband and lives very happily in the Vaikuntha planets. Among the mixed classes known as sanskara, those who are not thieves are known as anta vyasai or chandalas, dog eaters, and they also have their hereditary customs. My dear king, Brahmanas, well conversant in Vedic knowledge, have given their verdict that in every age, yuga, the conduct of different sections of people according to their material modes of nature is auspicious both in this life and after death. If one acts in his profession according to his position in the modes of nature and gradually gives up these activities, he attains the Nishkama stage. My dear king, if an agricultural field is cultivated again and again, the power of its production decreases, and whatever seeds are sown, there are lost. Just as drops of ghee on a fire never extinguish the fire, but a flood of ghee will similarly overindulgence in lusty desires mitigate such desires entirely. If one shows the symptoms of being a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, as described above, even he even if he has disappeared in different class, he should be accepted according to those symptoms of classification. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So how instructional is Bhagavatam here?
Yes, Prabhuji. Very surprising, and I think this is education that all of us should know to have, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah, the
Yes, sir.
symptoms of Kali Yuga, the symptoms of 2026, we can see is that how far have we gone from these teachings, instructions. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Prabhuji. Prabhuji.
Okay, good. Let's offer prayers and then we will understand more about it. नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जगमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, so from verse number 25. But before 25, what we discussed were actually the duties. The chapter itself is the perfect society. A perfect society is built on 4 social classes, and these social classes, which Narad Muni is telling to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Narad Muni also describes the symptoms of a Brahmana is controlled senses, symptoms of Kshatriya are power and fame, the symptoms of Vaishya is service to the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, and the symptoms of a Shudra is to serve, is service to the 3 classes, 3 higher classes. The qualification of a woman, this is what is covered from verse number 25, and just trying to open my notes there. Okay, very fine. Okay. Srinam cha pati devanam tat chachrushaanukulata tad bandhushva anuvrittischa nityam tad vrata dharanam. Tat vrata dharanam means accepting the vows of husband or acting exactly as the husband acts. Very, very important principle. Somehow we have lost that in the eagerness of solving the inequality puzzle. Yeah, today, I mean, the problem is humans, yeah, all are equal, and in that process, what we have started doing is, yes, if the men can go to the space, why not the women? If men can um, take up the occupation, yeah, likewise, women also should take up such professions. There is absolutely no discrimination. Equality means whatever one can do, the other one can also do. Yes, that is the immaturity of current modern society. Immaturity, why? Because they do not know what is the real duty of a woman. Of course, this has a reason why the women get into a demonstration, and because they are exploited. Yeah. This is a problem of not giving equal rights, that women and men can choose whatever they want, but it is that women should choose a right way of living and men should support that, and similarly men should choose the right way of living and the women should support. So the problem here, that there is a collapse in marriageal way of living, or the society itself, yeah, because when the wife and husband do not go together along, then the children are also affected, and when children are affected, then yeah, this is not something new. We have seen already in the Western world since 1960s, 70s, yeah, and it's increasing more and more, where now the concepts of no more marriage is predominated. But for few verses, yeah, from the 25 to 29, we understand that Strinam cha Pati Devanam. Why it's referred here as Pati Devana means it's not that husband is the Lord, who has accepted their husband as worshipable. Hmm? Tat Sushrusha. What does it mean by accepting a husband worshipable is by serving him. Huh? Uh, Strinam cha Pati Devanam tat Shushusha Anukulata. uh, Being favorably disposed towards her husband. For a moment, let's not think about, oh, okay, but what about if husband are not good? Huh? The whole society is running behind sense enjoyment, exploitation, and all these things. How can we follow a husband? How can we worship the husband? How can we serve him according to his desires? Let's for a while forget that. Let's not think about how is the husband doing. Huh? But the principles that mentioned here can save the woman if they can follow. This is what is mentioned: to render service to the husband, to be always favorably disposed to the husband, and to be equally well disposed toward husband's relatives and friends. Oh my God, I thought already husband is already enough, huh? Now husband's relatives. Anyway, I want to hear from some maybe stories you may have heard which are ridiculous. Anuvritti, being similarly disposed, chatu nityam tad vrata dharanam, accepting the vows of husband or acting according to as the husband's as the husband acts. So these are some qualities that are very very important to be called someone a chaste wife. It is too much, isn't it? You're expecting here Narad Muni, maybe yeah, he's a man. Yudhishthir Maharaj, yes, he's a man. So maybe they are telling all this. Oh, first of all, Narad Muni, yeah, who is he? Yeah, he is unmarried. He can tell anything. Huh? Once Radhanath Maharaj was in one of the classes, he was saying that, yeah, there's so many of my disciples, they come to me and often they talk about the challenges in family life, how to solve the problems, and what is the solution for these things. I don't know, is Adirasa Prabhu, you're in the call? Or, yeah. Can you check if Seema Mataji is joining? Anyway, not so important, but
Sure, I will tell. I will.
yeah. I can't minimize Zoom workstation when you're recording. Okay. Okay. To render service to the husband, to always favorably disposed, all these things seems to be quite far from reality, and for a good reason, right? Why have we gone so far? Because, yeah, I mean, anyway, verse number 29, 30 will tell more about that. But for now, let's understand 25 to 28, which are telling what is the guidelines that can save at least women. Forget about this life. Yes, we are so much narrow-minded that, oh, so much exploitation, so much inconvenience, so much unhappiness, so much slavery, and all these things. But what one get in that is it's mentioned here that what is that she qualifies herself to be a chaste woman. Chaste woman is not just only that if one is very very loyal and intimate only to her husband and doesn't have any paramours. No, chaste woman is also serving the husband. Yeah, to render service to the husband, to always be favorably disposed toward the husband. Why I'm repeating so many times is because in the purport Prabhupada says it is very important for peaceful householder life that a woman follows the vow of her husband. Any disagreement with husband's vow will disrupt family life. In fact, um, I don't remember exactly which. Oh, why did I interrupt? So when Radhanath Maharaj was asked, yes, and in the class he was saying this. Interestingly, they asked me where I am. I have never married. Uh, Maharaj uh, didn't even marry, so he doesn't. He says, I don't. And then strangely, my disciples come and ask me how to solve those problems. Yeah, why one goes to such great acharyas is because they have read scrutinizingly the scriptures thoroughly, that they can say the principles. Of course, the world where we are living, we have gone quite far from the principles, but the interest of the acharyas is to bring the right principles back as um, much as possible and in a practical way, so that we can embrace these principles and make our life successful. Yeah. So, and after that, Radhanath Maharaj continues to elaborate. And in fact, there is also, if anyone is interested, can read a manual called Grihastha Manual, where I think some of Maharaj's disciples, they have compiled it, and whatever Maharaj was mentioning. So here we can see Narad Muni, if he is speaking about this, we cannot say, oh, no, no, he's not qualified, he's disqualified for speaking. No, he's fully qualified because he is seeing from um, free from material conditioning. So, and then this is what it says. In the purport, it says, in this regard, Chanakya Pandit gives a very valuable instruction. Dampatyo kalayo nasti. Nasti means no. Tatra Sri Swayam Agata. Shri means goddess of fortune. If we want wealth, we are always thinking, oh, we need money, we need all the opulences, we need all the, what is it called, Aishwarya, everything. Chanakya Pandit says, Dampatyo, family hold, Kalaho, sorry, Kalaho Nasti Tatra Sri Swayam Agata. Swayam, she herself will come and stay in a household which is peaceful. A woman's education should be conducted along the lines indicated in this verse. Prabhupada mentions. Mm, yeah, yeah. But every parent has a great care for her daughter. Will she teach all this high level philosophy? No, come on. Already the world is like a tiger, eager to eat up my daughter. No, I have to protect her. I have been protecting her. I have given her, what is that? Education. I have given her higher education. I have given even higher and higher education. What kind of education are we giving? How to be successful materially, independently, standing on her own feet. What is it called? Standing on my own feet. Yeah, standing on her own feet. That's what we have taught. Yes. And the moment there is small tribulation, immediately, okay, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, even you can survive all alone, and you can make a great career. And we are there. Come on, all money is for you. We can take care of you. You can take care of us. Then we don't need any more to compromise our quality of life, which is from that. So anyway, a woman's education should be conducted along the lines indicated in this verse. The basic principle for a chaste woman is to be always favorably disposed toward her husband. In fact, I heard, that's what I was about to tell before, is in though we may see in a household everyone has a voice to speak, but the final voice or final verdict is should be of the husband. Hmm. I'm very unfortunately don't remember which class is that. Long time ago, long time ago. No, I don't remember. Hmm. Yeah, but anyway, the potency of that is that yes, in household we have everyone has a voice to say, but everything should align with the head of the family. Ah, I think it was Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj. At that time, he was still bachelor, if I'm not wrong. Either that or Prahlad Bhakta Prabhu. Rupa, was it Prahlad Bhakta Prabhu? Anyway,
I'm
so
also recollecting. I don't know.
yeah, I think he only told when
Yeah,
in Wuppertal program, if I'm not
I
wrong.
think so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, long ago. So he is a disciple of Bhaktitirtha Maharaj, and Bhaktitirtha Maharaj has a great series of books, and in that guidelines for grahasthas. Yes, I think yes. Prahlad Bhakta Prabhu told. So final word should be of the husband. That's what he was saying. And of course, why such a big responsibility or why such a high importance is because the husband is also exposed to the after happening. If something doesn't work out, yeah, it is the husband who has to solve it. Hmm? And so otherwise there is always difference of opinions, and it can stay like that and like that. But yeah, we should also understand on what circumstances that voice of the husband is the final. That will come little later. So here it says women's education should be conducted along the lines indicated in this verse. Uh, and Strishu Dushtashu Varsneya Jayate Varna Sankara. Otherwise, what happens if woman is polluted, there will be Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara Sankara means mix up. Yeah, Varna Sankara means mix up of the Varnas. In modern terms, Varna Sankara are the hippies who do not follow any regulative injunctions. Another explanation is that when the population is Varna Sankara, no one can know who is on what platform. This is the problem now. If one is putting a tilaka and if one has a shikha and japamala, uh, can one can already say he is a devotee? No. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. What was that? Even in Coimbatore, right? There is this ashram of Nityananda? Was, I don't
I
know.
think it used to be in Tiruvannamalai, Prabhuji. Coimbatore, it is Isha Yoga, Prabhuji. Sadhguru.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I have come across some videos of that where, yeah, they also greet, like, I mean, when we say Hare Krishna, I think they also have something they are calling, they have a kashai clothes, uh, saffron clothes, big Rudrakshi malas, and, and all these things. Yeah, in the end, we don't know who is authentic, right? Who is genuine. Oh, there's a problem, and people are scared even to get into this affairs. The Varnashrama system scientifically divides society into four Varnas and four Ashramas, but in Varnasankara society there are no such distinctions. Anyone can do anything, or anyone can opt for not doing anything. In such a society, no one can distinguish between Brahmana, Akshatriya, Vaishya, and Ashudra, and that's why people struggle to give to select the right leader. Kshatriya should be facing tough decisions, making tough calls for the welfare of the people to establish the dharma. No, we are electing Shudras because Shudras knows how to apply um, what do you call butter, so that people think, ah, yes, wow, what a motivational speech, and oh, yes, what a promise he gave. He is the one we are looking. After all, Brahmanas have been, uh, uh, what do you, they're crushing us under their feet with their own rules and regulations. No, we need uh, a Shudra leader, but a Shudra leader is better. That's what they think. For peace and happiness in the material world, the Varnashrama institution must be introduced. The symptoms of one's activity must be defined and must be educated accordingly. Then spiritual advancement will automatically be possible. So, spiritual advancement, that's why there's a whole deal of duty for all of us to establish. proper varnashrama system. Why? Just like how we rent a house or buy a house and as a shelter to stay safe, even even we are looking, oh, does my house has a bunker? Uh, why we want a shelter even against all disasters that are happening? So we need an ashrama to be protected. That's why we can't be uncivilized people. We should be civilized. But what is real civilization is to follow the varnashrama system. सम्मार्जनोपलेपाभ्यां गृहमण्डनवर्तनैः स्वयं च मण्डिता नित्यं परिमृष्टा परिच्छदां कामैरुच्छावचैः साध्वी प्रश्रयेण दमेन च वाक्ये सत्ये प्रिये प्रेम्णा काले काले भजेत् पतिम्. A chaste woman must dress nicely and decorate herself with gold and ornaments for the pleasure of her husband. Always wearing clean and attractive garments, she should sweep and clean the household with water and other liquids so that the entire house is always pure and clean. She should collect the household paraphernalia and keep the house always aromatic with incense and flowers and must be ready to execute the desires of her husband. Being modest and truthful, controlling her senses, and speaking in sweet words, a chaste woman should engage in the service of her husband with love according to time and circumstances. These are, yeah, these are further the principles. Of course, in the purport, we see there is no purport for this, but whatever Prabhupada want to explain to emphasize the need of chastity involves all these things is mentioned. A chaste woman must dress nicely and decorate herself with golden ornaments for the pleasure of her husband. Unfortunately, what's happening, the trend is that the external beautification is somehow for her own pleasure. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes is that, okay, wow, what a nice mm, mm, ornaments that have come. Oh, let me wear them. And but for whose pleasure? For her own pleasure. What is her own pleasure? Huh? Appreciation from her peers, her friends, as relatives. Huh? Wow, you see, this is what I bought here. This is what I bought there, and you know what? This is this much. And there's a word called something Adambara. This came, I think, in previous chapter or somewhere. Yeah, it means vanity. Yeah, have anyone read the book from Jayadvath Maharaj, Vanity Karma? Not reality, but vanity. Vanity is something which is, I don't know. There are also these bags called vanity bags. No, I don't know why they are called vanity bags. But vanity is something to show off. Oh, maybe that was the reason the bags were of showing off. So a chaste woman must dress nicely. Yes, definitely. What is dressing nicely? Dressing nicely means not how um, she appears attractive to people who are interested in her, but chaste wife. One second, who's calling? Vibho, call us in your what లేచున్నాడు. Okay, one second. Check with him. Okay, where am I? So, dressing nicely means covering oneself. Yeah, of course, the question comes to what level? Come on. Yeah, there are always these debates. What are the debates? Come on. If men are loose, why should we be what do you call tight in terms of our dressing? Why should we be very careful? It's the problem of men. Men should be controlled. There is this Nari Shakti. I don't know so many things. Yes, yes. A chaste woman must dress nicely. It doesn't mean that one is exposing oneself. Come on. Uh, no, one should be very careful. One should be very careful for a good reason. There is a need of this. Yes, we have to accept the reality that men are ferocious and women should be careful. Yeah, very simple. No, no, no. Now we have more power. We can be also very strong. We can prove how great we are by becoming more um, mm, aggressive. No, it doesn't work. No, no, no. Come on. We also have all the what do you call this? Laws written in favor of us. We can do anything. Come on, what is the use? After the chastity is gone, running behind. Oh, come on. Chastity is not a big thing in this age. Huh? Marrying number of times is not a big thing. Even dating is not a big thing. Even all these things, there is. People are surprised. Oh, this is the first. No, come on. I also have ex-boyfriend. I also have ex-girlfriend. Oh, X is becoming very common. Why only X? We have X, Y, Z, so many. We maybe a match on a match. What do you call this? Matching? Not matching. Some aliens, not alien. What is this meeting when the potential boy and girl who are getting married are brought together?
Alliance.
No, alliance is only fixing, right? But coming together and uh, Satish Babu, what is it called when a girl and boy are coming together to understand each other?
Uh,
Don't say dating, but
we get talking phase, not a phase, there is always talking.
no, no. I mean, anyway, there is alliances is something that one who is seeing, I think, matches. Anyway, I mean, that's not simple. Okay, coming back.
Courtship,
Huh?
courtship.
Courtship? What is
Yeah.
courtship?
I mean, like, from the time they decide they want to be together, like being married, and until they are married, there's a time to understand each other.
Okay, that's called courtship.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Good to know. Yeah, and that's the reason, yeah, during this courtship, all the time they are busy. They want to know every piece of detail, and in that they say, hey, don't worry, even I have failures, you have failures. Okay, don't worry, let's start a new life, and all these things. Yes, coming back, yeah, dress sense is very important. Otherwise, we create nuisance. Very simple. That's what happens. And unfortunately, I see even within devotee community, the girls' dresses are, yeah, not properly thought through. Yeah, maybe the kids are demanding because they have their peer pressure, or the parents. Sometimes I also know some parents. The kid has no problem. Kid is always saying, "Mama, why are you? This does look very awkward. I don't want to wear such short dresses." Mother says, "No, no, come on. Yeah, I want to prepare you for tomorrow." And of course, unfortunate thing is that the girl, yeah, was exploited. The mother is sad after 10 years. Yeah. What? Yeah. All these things are happening. So dress sense is very important to avoid nuisance. This is first thing. The second thing is about gold. Gold ornaments are not for one's own pleasure to show off, for not for vanity, because vanity karma, we don't want that. We want and why the place is there, so the husband is pleased, and when the husband is pleased, then the woman desires whatever her ambitions, her um, yeah, desires are also facilitated. Yeah, when one sees, oh, my wife is so chaste, my wife is so beautiful, and then yes, the house becomes a place of happiness, and then in order to maintain the happiness, the husband is ready to sacrifice his preferences and earn what is needed for the family. But is it only external attraction? Yeah, we come to that. Always wearing clean and attractive garments. Should sweep and clean the household with water and other liquids so that the entire house is always pure and clean. Come on. So this important thing is forgotten. Cleaning. Yeah, we have a maid servant. Cooking. Oh, we have a maid servant. Yeah. Laundry, we have a maid servant. For everything, we have a maid servant, and yeah, then what happens is the women are doing is just, yeah, come on, we are giving an extra hand to our husband, that, oh, why only he should work? We help him by earning money, and then that's it. Yeah, but yeah, what happens in the office environment? So many. Every now and then I hear in the radio in Germany, forget in India. India is also exploited heavily, but even in Germany, uh, there was some stats mentioning like 60 to 70% of women at workplace were exploited by their peer men in at workplace. Sometimes indifferences, and sometimes what do you call it? Abuses. Why? Hmm. Yeah. No, no, that let it be. Come on. After all, who is really worried? Let me earn some money and then get out of this. No. Anyway, so this whole two verses or three verses can be discussed for a quite lengthy time to understand. And of course, there is we have to, as it says, time and circumstances. In the end, it is mentioned. Vakya, she should collect the husband's paraphernalia and keep the house always. She should collect the household paraphernalia, means to arrange the home properly and keep the house always aromatic with incense and flowers, and must be ready to execute the desire of her husband. So this is a very, very bold. Uh, Maybe Narad Muni was thinking husbands are always the best, but in the yuga where we are, the husbands are hopeless. What to do now? Being modest and truthful, controlling her senses and speaking in sweet words, a chaste woman should engage in the service of husband with love, according to time and circumstances. So, in this regard, yeah, after maybe next verse, we will dive into what is practical. It's nice philosophical, nice um, to speak about high ideal values, but what to do in reality. Santushta, alolupa, daksha, alolupa, without being greedy. Okay. Santushta lolupa daksha, dharmagya priya satyavak, apramatta suchi snigdha patim tva apatitam bhajet. Apatitam means who is not fallen. A chaste woman should not be greedy but satisfied in all circumstances. That sense of being satisfaction is missing to a greater extent. A sense of fear is prevailing to a greater extent. And here it says she must be very expert in handling household affairs. What is that? What does it mean? Household affairs. That I am the boss of the house. No, she must be very expert in handling household affairs means and should be fully conversant with religious principles. Whatever is to be done as a wife or as the person of the home, she should know. She should speak pleasingly and truthfully and should be very careful and always clean and pure. Thus, a chaste woman should engage with affection in the service of husband uh, who is not fallen, apatitam. Wow, what a relief. All these verses are towards a husband who has not fallen, a husband who is on good terms, who himself is leading a very chaste and religious and principled life. To a husband, such a husband, a woman should be like that. Wow, what a relief. Until now, we were thinking, oh, we are forced to do this, even if the husband is brutal and cruel and exploiting and all this. No, it's not must. Yeah, in fact, often these are the questions asked to His Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj. Even recently, yesterday, was it? No, Thursday. There was a question asked to Maharaj that, Maharaj, if a devotee girl, she is fully involved in bhakti and she has no interest in marriage life at all, does she still has to marry and mm, serve her husband, and is it not impediment? Yeah, or if she is fully convinced that wants to dedicate her life, I think I have to dedicate her life for Krishna only, can she do that? And Maharaj says, yeah, if one is so much convinced that she can maintain and a complete dedication, always absorbed only in Krishna, nothing else, then yes, it's okay. Yeah. Now the question comes, how can one be so dedicated is when one is a full-time devotee. If a girl is a full-time devotee, which means there is no other exposure, yeah, exposure to the outside world, which is full of all these other qualities, dangerous. Uh, yeah, that makes it's possible. Maharaj said, yes, yeah, why not? If one is able to fully dedicate, convinced that she will not turn back. Uh, it's okay.
I think
So the
Maharaj told
purpose,
under the guidance of, right? I mean, is the same question or
yeah, under the guidance of,
I mean, not need not be the husband, but if one is under the guidance of any devotees or something like that. Might be I misunderstood.
maybe I don't know. I have to hear again. I mean I was also in a call while Maharaj was speaking, or yeah, no, there was a guy who rang our bell at that time. Maybe something Maharaj told after that.
Yeah, okay.
But definitely makes sense if that was said also, because yeah, there is always a shelter. The shelter part is very important. Women forget about women, even men need shelter. One cannot simply say, oh, now I am free, now I don't want to marry, I will not marry, but still such a person needs shelter, a protection, because there is always a chance of exploiting or getting exploited, how much ever strong one may be. Forget about us. We are talking about, for example, Vishwamitra Muni. What happened to him? Huh? Who knows austerity, who knows penance, who did already those things, but when Menaka came, what happened? There's so many. I mean, I shouldn't say all these examples, but there's so many examples within ISKCON. We see, oh, they are very staunch brahmacharis. Come on, they thought, no, let's not marry at all. But after slowly, what happens? Come on, there is one Mataji who is asking services. This Mataji, of course, has good intentions. This boy has good intentions only at a service level, but eventually, because the interaction between girl and boy are like butter and fire. Now, don't ask me what is butter and what is fire. Prabhupada already said, look it up. Eventually, there is only fire remaining. So, yeah, so it's very risky. It's very risky to stay alone. One may think, no, I can stay alone. It's very difficult. One may think now it's okay. Recently, I mean, I was talking to someone, he was saying, no, no, I really want to marry. Yeah, that's a good decision. If one is not convinced, he can stay fully fixed. One may think, no, I can do it. But if one thinks so, please check with proper um, uh, guide, who can really, who you can reveal everything, who you can ask everything, and not just getting the answer yes or no, but time to time always be in contact with such a person, so that he or she can always guide, because we cannot foresee what the world is going to put us into. The time is changing every moment, and what we may think now, I can manage. I mean, there are models how to live without marriage life. Yeah, it's not new. I was asked, as I said, I asked my mother how was the times when yeah, mortality was high, right, in those days. My mother's generation, my mother was telling, yes, it's joint family. Because of a joint family, there is always someone who would take care of such unfortunate, or okay, I don't know, I shouldn't say that, a widow, or who has lost her husband prematurely, uh, or who doesn't has a child or kid. Now they are still taken care. Only thing is, unfortunate reality is she becomes uh, in one way or the other a kind of a servant of the whole joint family. Yeah, someone may say, okay, okay, can you help that? Can you help this? After all, we are taking care of you. So one doesn't want that. Mm, so that is one model. The other model is that the girl doesn't marry, but she will not stay alone. But the girl, along with her sisters, they commit together. Okay, you're not marrying, I'll also not marry. And like two, three sisters, they say, okay, we will not marry, we will stay for each other until we live. This is the second model. The third model is, okay, how many models do we want to know? The third model is bit risky, is if this premature, yeah, sometimes even marriage doesn't happen because of what is this called? Manglik, Kuja dosha or something, yeah, and all these things. Then when the girl doesn't get married at all, then she will start. The model is that she stays with her brother. In Manu Samhita, this is mentioned. She should be taken care, yeah, and brother. But of course, there is a risk. Yeah? There is again exploitation. Brother will not exploit her sister, but maybe his wife may demand more. So this model also has a risk. So in the end, in this way, we can see, is there any model safe proof for a girl to survive independently? That's why we see when His Holiness Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, um, yeah, he used to say when he used to conduct big pandas, big preaching programs. Yeah, in the temples, he used to say in the temples there were many widowers who lost a husband maybe because of independence. Yeah, those days were British, what is it called? Freedom of fight at that time. So many left the world, and then the women became widowers, and they took shelter of temple. They took shelter of the Lord. But then what they did, they were in ashram, widower ashram. We were in Vrindavan. Vibho, Vibho, close your door. Yeah, we were in Vrindavan. There is also one ashram for old age people and also mainly for widowers. What do they do? Okay, ashram is there, but and of course they feel very happy. Yeah, we were talking with few, and they said, "Oh, we are so happy to be here rather than to be exploited." But again, are they happy really? No, they can't be really happy because this ashram is not like how you want it. It is the ashram like you have to adapt to. Yeah. Mm, The they're saying in this room there is no light, in this bed there is no, so many challenges, but ashram, yeah, you can't get your five-star ashram everywhere. No, ashram itself means protection, not comfort. It gives protection. And what am I saying now? Um, Widows. Yeah, anyway, these models. But important, yeah, coming back to what Rupa was saying, makes sense that yes, a shelter, a guidance, one should be under a constant guidance to make sure that we are protected in that ashram, or we are protected in that model, whatever we choose. Okay, no marriage, that's okay. But are we able to keep ourselves? Yeah, forget about, no. Yeah, I think I have already enjoyed my first marriage, and now, and I think now I am frustrated. I will never ever marry or I don't have any feelings for any woman or a man, so I will not have this problem at all. I am totally, what do you call this? Totally frustrated, totally vexed with the opposite gender, and I will never get into this affairs. No, 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 no. I can give an example of a pregnant lady. A pregnant lady, she's thinking, oh my God, yes, it's too much, too much. She's thinking when she's delivering a baby. This is what someone was telling in that, yo, she will say, I swear I will never become pregnant again. This is one child is enough. Uh, I'm almost like the bones, it's anyway, that whole intense pain. And you know what, the ward, maternity ward nurse, she was saying, or the doctor, she was saying, yeah, they say while going that this is unbearable. I will not have a child anymore. And after 9 months, 10 months, or 1 year, I don't know, the same so the same woman is a lady is again coming, oh, for a next delivery. Yeah, maybe genuinely interested for a child or accident, we don't know. But yeah, in the world where there are no borders, where there are no uh, shelter, which is what we are talking about, accidents can happen. mm, Quite obviously. Mm, yeah, so one should be very, very careful that to avoid accidents, we need to ourselves have a shelter. As much shelter as possible means as much guidance, yeah, is very important, that on which circumstances, how to do. I even know, Rupa, who was that girl who went back, who was here recently, and because her counselor said, come back? I forgot. She came.
Vijay Devi Mataji.
Yeah, correct. Why did she go? Do you know? Hmm. She was the one who came to Noise, right? She is the one who distributes books. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, why? Because she saw, yeah, the counselor thought, yeah, it's very risky for her there to be alone, and of course, she already had a good job. She was earning very well here, good job. She was already engaged in services, but still she was alone. And the counselor felt, oh, okay, no, you are getting exposed. There were a couple of incidents when she was going by train all alone, which was very scary. And yeah, she said, okay, no, come back and finish. Yeah, she left everything. Oh, I think she already left, right?
Yeah, she left already.
She already left. Why? Because she had full faith in her. And she also used to tell how her counselor used to be um, strict, especially in few matters, and how she also accepts it willingly. She understands, yes, being a strict, I'm very fortunate because she can see what I cannot see, and she supports me in where I cannot understand, and I'm at so much, and she want to be in such shelter. Okay, I think we go through this purport, and I think remaining part we will cover next week. So here in the purport, so it's mentioned according to the injunctions of Yagyavalkya, an authority on religious principles, it is said, Ashuddhe sampratiksho hi mahapataka dushitah. One is considered contaminated. Mahapataka means completely sinful. Mahapataka, Dushita is condemned. One is considered contaminated by the reactions of great sinful activities when one has not been purified. Asuddhe. Sampratiksha. Sampratiksha means to purify. If one is not purified, according to the method of what is that? Dashavida samskaras. Dashavida sanskaras, Garbhadan sanskar, then Srimantoran sanskar, then um, Upanayana sanskar, Vivaha sanskar, all these sanskaras are even Antyeshti. We may think, oh, now the person is dead. What is the need of any more purification? No, the spirit needs to be freed. That's why, yeah, the more and more we meditate on this, the importance of Antyeshti sanskara, this Shraddha sanskara is, yes, when we were going through this 26th chapter from the 5th canto, we were reading what kind of hellish planets are there. If we love someone very much, we should always look after them, even not only in this life. Maybe in this life would be difficult, but when once leaving this world, yeah, one should do properly. And of course, if you see in South India, we see that these sanskaras are done year after year, yeah, until the last child is still alive, which means quite a good chance for many years. And But of course, in Vaishnava tradition, it's not really needed that, oh, may you enjoy the Pitraloka properly. No, that is not intention. A devotee once who has accepted Krishna as all and all, and yeah, he may not have made it. He may not have made it, but the sanskaras, it says that yeah, one does, yeah, in the those initial 10 days, and once in, not once every year, but once a year, but that's enough. But it's not like, oh, that's enough means enough. No, one can still continue to do. What are we doing? Offering the prasad of the Lord on every year. And what we also do, we also offer brahmanas uh, the feast of Krishna Prasad to them. And in that way, all the blessings may be transferred to the forefathers or fathers, yeah, like that. Okay, so Dashavida sanskaras are important. In Bhagavad Gita, however, the Lord says, Namam dushkrutino mudha prapadyante naradhama. Those miscreants who do not surrender unto me are the lowest of the mankind. The word Naradhama means non-devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said, Ye bhaje se bada abhakta hina chara. Anyone who is a devotee is sinless. One who is not a devotee, however, is the most fallen and hina and chara, condemned. It is recommended, therefore, that a chaste wife not associate with a fallen husband. Underline, this is very, very important. It is recommended, therefore, that a chaste wife not associate with a fallen husband. A fallen husband is one who is addicted to the four principles of sinful activities, namely illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. Oh my God, what does that mean? Can we live together? Okay, associating means to share. Association is not just people coming together and living. Association is to have a loving exchange of caring each other, serving each other, and all this becomes an association. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying on that reference, it says, thus a chaste wife is advised not to agree to serve such a husband who is meat eater, gambler, intoxicant, and illicit, what do you call it? Who is having non-marriageal um, sex enjoyment. Yeah. So these things. It is not that a chaste woman should be like a slave while her husband is Naradhama, the lowest of men. Uh, although the duties of a woman are different from those of a man, a chaste woman is not meant to serve a fallen husband. If her husband is fallen, it is recommended that she gives up his association. Clear? What is it? If her husband is fallen, it is recommended that she give up her association. Giving up the association of her husband does not mean, however, that a woman should marry again and thus indulge in prostitution. This is also not there. Uh, Giving up a husband means, oh, now I have to again start looking for a next husband. No. If a chaste woman unfortunately marries a husband who is fallen, she should live separately from him. Similarly, a husband can separate himself from a woman who is not chaste according to the description of Shastra, which is Manu Samhita. The conclusion is that a husband should be a pure Vaishnava and a woman should be a chaste wife with all symptoms described in this regard. Then both of them will be happy and make spiritual progress in Krishna consciousness. And then the concluding verse is Ya Patim Hari bhavena. Ya Pati, mentally accept him as Hari. This is it's not exaggeration. Why Narada Muni has to exaggerate? No, he's saying Ya Patim Harim Bhavena Bhajet Srir Iva Tatpara Hari Atmana Harer Loke Patya Srir Iva Modate. The woman who engages in the service of her husband, following strictly in the footsteps of goddess of fortune, surely returns home back to Godhead with her husband, devotee husband, and lives very happily in the Vaikuntha planet. Wow. Yeah, we usually feel, what is that? It is said when husband does all devotional service, half of it automatically goes to um, wife, right? Have anyone heard this injunction? It is said in the scriptures. Uh, and here it's amazing to see that if wife attains perfection, who is also benefited 100%, not 50%. Men attain 100% result. Because if Sadhvi, if a chaste wife becomes successful by serving her husband according to the injunctions of scriptures, and thus she is called a chaste wife, leading a life like Mother Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. What she does is always engaged in service of husband. Then she goes back to Godhead. She goes to Vaikuntha planet. Yeah, not only she goes along with her husband. Of course, if the wife really wants a husband, oh, even after this life. So, in the Bhagavad Prabhupada mentioned the faithfulness of the goddess of fortune is the ideal for a chaste woman. The Brahma Samhita says Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambrama Sevyamanam. In the Vaikuntha planets, Lord Vishnu is worshipped by many, many thousands of goddesses of fortune. And in Goloka Vrindavana, Lord Krishna is worshipped by many, many thousands of gopis, all of whom are goddesses of fortune. A woman should serve her husband as faithfully as goddess of fortune. A man should be an ideal servant of the Lord, and a woman should be an ideal wife like the goddess of fortune. Then both husband and wife will be so faithful and strong that by acting together they will return home back to Godhead without a doubt. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya gives his opinion. Harir asmin asthita, sorry. Harir asmin sthita iti strinam bhartari bhavana sishyanam cha gurau nityam shudranam brahmanadishu bharyanam swamini tatha hari bhava udiritaha Bhartanam Swamini Tatha. A woman should think of a husband as a supreme lord. Similarly, a disciple should think of the spiritual master as the supreme personality of Godhead. A Shudra should think of a Brahmana as the supreme personality of Godhead. And a servant should think of his master as the supreme personality of Godhead. In this way, all of them will automatically become devotees of the Lord. In other words, by thinking this way, all of them will become Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Now open for questions. Are there any questions? After all, we have went through a very hot topic. I hope I didn't offend
Hare
anyone.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you. Or you mentioned that if a husband is not up to the standard or according to the principles of Shastra, then wife can take a decision to live separately. So is it divorce or talking about what?
Depends on intensity, right? If there is no chance at all, yeah. So one can. It is said that if the wife is sorry, if the husband is very cruel, when we talk about Anasuya, or there are examples where extreme, the husbands were quite extreme, and then still the wife was very loyally serving, because if not she, who else is going to serve him? She didn't leave, and because of her sacrifice, that's why she attained the this nice. Did I say Anasuya? No, it's not Anasuya. Who is she?
I think it was Savitri, right?
Savitri. Not Anasuya. Yeah, Savitri. Is it only Savitri or even someone else, yeah, where the husband had leprosy because he he was an atheist. Anyway, I have to recollect. Parth Prabhu, we went to Mandakini River. What is that? The place now? What was that? That
Yes,
was
sir.
Anushya
It
Ashram.
was Sati Anusuya's ashram, and
There we took some nice photos of other
other
Sativrata.
satis also. Yes.
Mm. Anyway, forgot. But yeah, so they could understand that, oh, for me, everything is Lord. They just stood on this principle, what Madhvacharya quoted, husband is my supreme, and then she did it. And of course, here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is informing, no, if such a thing is there, no, don't do that. Yeah. So we have a reference where it means that no, don't be exploited and lose the track. In the end, every individual is individual. Of course, in this life, for some time being, a girl and a boy get married, and okay, they are committing themselves to lead a proper household life. But whoever is breaking this bond of living together according to the principles, yeah, then there is no more bond, right? You can simply tear the bond. Yeah. And now the question comes, okay, but are we talking about divorce? Yeah, if the person is a disturbance to your own spiritual advancement, yeah, it's better to stay away. Of course, legally or do we want to have that signed? That's a different story. But when you're asking, yeah, let's not be associating with such a person first. This is first thing. The second thing is not even associating, but even not even living together. Second thing. And third thing is even completely breaking up a relation, because this is not based on the ideal grahastha life. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So if someone is engaged in one of those four um, vikarma, like meat eating or
Mhm.
alcoholic or those things, so one can decide like to go
Yeah.
in that one
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah. But usually these days, devotees are extra careful not to marry with someone who has these four habits. Right? Yeah. So, oh, no, no, no. Let's already be sure that, okay, the
Mm.
boy doesn't have
Prabhuji,
some.
I've also heard like from Prabhupada uh, Lilamrit or somewhere that if husband is like eating meat, then wife is supposed to also cook or
Mhm.
something like
Mhm.
that.
There is, Prabhupada has given quite a few specific instructions. Mm. We cannot generalize and make our quality of spiritual practices diluted. Yeah, in fact, there is always this indifferences of expectation of sense pleasures from the opposite gender, right? And sometimes Matajis, they used to say, my husband is always coming uh, for enjoyment, sense enjoyment. Yeah, there were occasions, yeah, this is in the Varnashrama system where Prabhupada was saying, okay, if that is the case, are you not able to satisfy? It can be taken in a way that, oh, it's very normal. Then if husband is too much demanding, then okay, the wife should surrender. No, it also means in two ways. One is, yeah, okay, as a duty, yeah, do serve him. If you think no, that's too much, yeah, then don't. Yeah, you still think, but which means you are not thinking as if that you are not having any relation, or you are not wife and husband. Yeah, you should think first from a grihastha point of view. Can you still maintain that? Is it still within the principles? Okay, it's not too much, of course. Who four regulative principles are like four pillars which are on the head of everyone, or too much heavy. Yeah, everyone is trying to maintain them. Yeah, everyone is trying to maintain these four regulative principles with their best. But yeah, the devil is always there, and devil can always mess up. and one is taking shelter. Yeah, the shelter means just like sun. Yeah, if you're inside the home, then you are protected against the sun. But after, you're not always living inside the home, right? So things can happen. But yeah, how one is rectifying his position, understanding what he made or she made is a mess, and again ready to come back together. This is what is most important as part of the household life. If one really intentionally and doesn't want to care and breaks all the things, yeah, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's reference, Prabhupada quotes is, yeah, better stay away. Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
again,
Thank you.
staying away means under shelter. There shouldn't be a question about no shelter at all, because a whole Varnashrama system is defined to be under protection. Shelter is, we cannot say now, okay, I have become yati, I have become a sadhu, I don't need anyone. A saint is also taking shelter all the time of Krishna. He is fully dependent of Krishna. Hmm? Yep, Radharasa Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. So it could vary from case to case, like it could should be
That is the reason why
more
we need a constant
subject.
shelter. That's the reason we need a
Yes.
constant guide who can tell according to the situations what is a suitable step. Yeah,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yeah. There is some confidential thing I can maybe later share with you, how our Guru Maharaj dealt with one of his God family, I mean, one of his disciples when the family affairs were not going well. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
Prabhuji.
yeah. Okay. Other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Whose voice
Hello.
was that too low? Seema Mataji.
One second.
Yes, please. Now you're talking or fixing the mic?
No, no, actually it was connected to the speaker earlier. So,
Mm-hmm.
Prabhuji, so sometimes there is also devotional service. Everybody is on a different level. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody is on the same level. It
Yes.
can also be that husband and wife, even though both are devotees, are not on the same level.
Yes.
And then there is a little shift between the family. So,
Mm-hmm.
what a husband or a wife should do? Should they pray to Lord that give more mercy and then make the other person more devoted, or should they just focus on their service and wait?
Mm-hmm.
Because cooperation is needed from one another
Yeah.
as a partner.
Yeah. Yeah. See, when we are choosing, thanks for nice question. When we are choosing bulls for or ox for a cart, yeah, these ox carts or bullock carts, there are two, yeah. Of course, one is selecting right height. Yeah, the both of them are having the same height and both are coming from the same breed. You know this also. They also select that bulls
Mm-hmm.
of same breed, so that
Mm-hmm.
they maybe the thought process is maybe they can think well, same things. Otherwise, what will happen to this cart? Hmm? This will be
Invalid.
toppled because one might be want to go fast, one might be, height is low, all the imbalances, everything. No, actually, there is a purpose of a arranged marriage system. When people are very careful to select two ox for the cart, with all the factors, etc. So, for a marriage, the the parents are trying to match the qualities of a boy and a girl, and these days everyone is hypocrite. Huh? Everyone inside they are something and outside they are something. So how far can the parents know what is the reality? They are just trying with their own efforts. No, no, no. Okay, let's go with the next option. What is it called? Astrology. Let's bring the papers together, do a comparison. The door. Close the door. Let's do the comparison of the charts and then let's see, okay, are the chances of a good combination all the best? Yeah, sometimes charts may say something, but the reality can still vary. So in the end, can we have, the world always says, na, perfect couple made for each other. Do we ever know that is it really there, a made for each other couple? Sometimes people will say, hey, आपका जोड़ी कहाँ बना है? भगवान ने बनाया है. There's a nice saying I forgot. Marriages are made in heaven and after marriages happens hell. Anyway, marriages are made in heaven. People will say, oh, this is perfect couple. What is a perfect couple? We don't even understand what is a perfect couple. What we think perfect couple means all these kundlis, 36 points, 36 out of 36 will, if it matches, it's a perfect. No, I know my own relatives whose kundli was perfect aligned. Yeah, as if like, can it be really so much? Yeah, perfectly aligned. But I know they have also time to time fights within their own. Of course, one wants this, one wants that, and it's not always both will think same. Of course, the natures are same means both are soft at same time and both are hot at same time. Yeah, means they don't care sometimes or they over care same time. What is that? How do we know that this is a perfect match? The perfect match is not seen on papers. Yeah, we may see, okay, let's bring the kundalis together and then with the matches, what happens, we understand. Maybe we can understand the natures of the people. But when we know the nature of the people, then we have to accordingly a- accommodate that nature in our way of living. You know what I'm saying? Perfect match is that match which means one is accommodating other person. Hmm? So and this means that no two persons are same. Yeah, no two persons are same. No two persons will think the same way. No, no, no. शादी के पहले before marriage, you know what? What is your favorite color? Yellow. My favorite color yellow. Oh, there is a match. What is your favorite fruit? Oh, mango. Mine is mango. What is your favorite flower? Sunflower. Mine is also sunflower. Wow, so many matches, right? All yellow, yellow, yellow. In the end, after the marriage, we say, oh, the fellow is dirty fellow. No, the point here is to understand that what are the principles that we want to live on. And of course, one may not be genuine to himself that, oh, I am like this, I am like that, she is like this, she is like that. No, but now we have come together. Now, Grihastha life is a life of sacrificing. Grihastha life is a life of adjustments. Grihastha life is that we want to live all our conditioning for a higher purpose. Are we able to do that? Okay, if a person is that, if a person is that, okay, fine. But can he be my partner so that we can attain the spiritual goal together? And how can we do that? The perfect match is basically yes, we are holding to the principles without compromising, and which is not so important, it's okay, that's fine. Yeah, if someone has a habit of reading newspapers, yeah, maybe for devotional life it may not be so important. That's okay, leave it. But if someone is an atheist, no, no, we cannot. We cannot say, no, I will marry an atheist and make him a devotee. Then all the best. Yeah, you're getting the point.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm getting the point. This brings me to one more question if we have time.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So if, like, let's say both are devotees only after marriage, but the level of growth is different
Yes,
in devotional service, can that also become some kind of conflict, and how
yes,
one should deal with it?
yeah. That's why we need to understand that we need to respect each other. So the qualities, yeah. So if one is See, spiritual advancement will anyway come.
Hmm.
It's a matter of reading some books. Yeah, yeah. When you get more knowledge, you're anyway advanced. Yeah, when you do some services, you're advanced. Huh? All these things. Yeah, going all alone. How long can we go? In the same example of bullock carts, right? If two bulls are pulling the cart, can one bull run faster than the other?
No, they both have to run at the
They
same
both
time.
have to have a common agreement, common guidance. Yeah, okay, no, let's not run. Let's go
Mhm.
together. But of course, they can't simply stay also. The master is not so. The master has a purpose, right? Why these bulls are pulling the cart is that the master should go. Yeah, Krishna, this material world, Durga Devi is not just letting us just stand where we are. It also is pushing us, isn't it?
Mhm.
Durga
Mhm.
Devi, she is on us. She's saying, hey, you can't be so casual in your life. You have to become a devotee. There is no choice.
Mhm.
So there is, and then one who is realizing this wants to run fast, but one who is not realizing this is slow, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes,
the whip,
Prabhuji.
the whipping is happening to one, and the whip, whoever gets the whipping, he's becoming more active to run. Whereas the other bull, if it doesn't get the whip, what happens? It becomes slow. Or if the other bull which is getting the whip, it say, okay, this whipping, I got used to it. It's okay. What is in a hurry? I'll still walk slow.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is the problem, right? So
Yeah.
someone are realizing, yes, I have to become a serious devotee. Some are thinking, oh, what is so serious to become serious devotee? If not this year, next year, after year, next year, next year, next year, right?
Mhm.
Then what is happening? The one is getting thorough understanding. No, I can't stop. I can't stay. I have to really follow the orders of my master. And the other one is not. And then okay, then the master will simply unload this cart from these two.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe we can call this as a technical diverse we are talking about, or separating, or whatever we call.
Mhm.
But it is not okay. The point I want to say is, yeah, the reality is that okay, people will think, oh, we are not made for each other. I have given you so much time. I am giving you so much time. I am giving you all support so that you can become a good devotee. But you are not becoming a devotee, or you are having your own interest, and it's becoming more dangerous, counterproductive for my own sadhana. I
Mhm.
can't go, you can't go. Then let's uh, we can be good. I mean, German style. We can be good friends, but not married. Amazing concept.
Okay. Okay.
Amazing concept. So, and coming back, so what now should the husband wait, or should the wife wait for the other partner to really become a devotee? And yeah, now it is you are taking the risk of assessing whether the person will change or not. You need to assess. Do you have the intelligence to assess whether the person will change or not? Maybe
Mhm.
you have information, but do you have the intelligence? No, that's why you need
Yes.
a guru. That's why you need a counselor who can guide you that okay, in these circumstances, what you should do. Should you still try hard to change the person or change circumstances to improve the sadhana of you both,
Mhm.
or pull the plug? Huh?
Yes,
Do you
Prabhuji.
want to take that risk by yourself, or do you really want a proper guidance?
Mhm.
That is important. And then and then yeah, we can always time to time come back to discuss, understand, okay, this were our initial plans when we got married. How are we going? How are we doing? Yeah. And then always try to improve. If we think that things cannot improve, or because of pride or false ego, or whatsoever, or greed, or whatever, other person is fully covered that he cannot, then the time has come.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hi. Thank you.
Hmm. Thank you. Yeah. So now we understand who is a perfect match. Perfect match is not just made up and then we are plugged here. No, perfect match is where we are making here so that we can go back to the spiritual world. That's what was the 29th verse concluding that if the wife is chaste and she follows serving her husband like goddess Lakshmi, she will be successful. Along with her, her husband also goes back. So seeing this, the husband is motivated to take care of wife so that she can that's why now sometimes we see that okay there is a wife who always want to wash the feet of her husband. Oh, all nice, yeah. Why? Because if she makes it successful, the husband also is successful. That's why husband says, ah, okay, whatever you want to do, do. So that you will be successful means your success is 100% my success. I'll be successful. Whereas if not the other way, then yeah, try to fix it, try to change it so that we can try to improve. And yeah, very important is always see, okay, we don't want to push someone to become a devotee because Krishna himself is not pushing. We can only facilitate someone to become a devotee by giving them understanding, knowledge, facilities, guidance, all these things. When it works, people is not envious. Yeah, I think that was the right word. If a husband is not envious, then he will accept it. If husband is envious, yeah, sometimes he will not accept. If husband is completely envious, he will not accept at all. These are different grades accordingly what one should act upon. Okay. Other questions or we are done for the day? I think a lot to think.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, maybe one question. So you mentioned that maybe the Kundali may not be the perfect match, even if, like you gave the example, if the
Thank you
Kundali
very much
matches
for bringing
perfectly.
up because I couldn't complete that. Yeah, but anyway, what's the question?
So I was thinking, Prabhuji, maybe in a love marriage, people know each other and they know the interest of each other. Then they can really decide if this is a good match for me or not. If he can or she can support, if they're on a spiritual path, then they can decide, or then they know more clearly than in an arranged marriage where only the Kundali is matched. So, so in that case, Prabhuji, the love marriage is not more a good option than arranged marriage. In that case, then people can really know if
Love is
we can
blind,
support each
man.
other.
Love is blind. In blind, what can you see? Huh? Adrasa Prabhu?
Okay.
I'm not saying it. People say, no, love is blind. When one is blinded by love, so whatever you see, yeah, you say, okay, this is not a big thing. Ah, no, this is not a big thing. After marriage, that same things become big things for, huh? And and yeah, the age when love is on high is the age where one is not matured. They don't know what is the reality of life. If someone is saying, have you seen sometimes kids now they very genuinely tell, no, this is what the other guy told na. Why are you doubting him? That is their mood. They think they see things straight. Yeah. Where we know, no, this guy is telling something and doing something else. The parents have the ability to smell, is it fishy? Okay. So if you're asking if love marriages are based on understanding, why are there so many failures in love marriage? Yeah, I am asking this question, isn't it? In love marriage, then there should be no failures, no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Love marriage are also leading to a lot of failures. Why? Because love is blind? No, because that people do not take it serious, difference of opinion before marriage. At that time, in that blindness or in that passion, difference of opinion is okay, okay. No, if yeah, come on, okay. If he's a smoker, that's okay. Occasionally smoker, occasionally drinker. No, it's okay. After marriage, the person understands what does that mean if a person is a smoker. Oh my God, my kids will be affected. No? Does the boy and girl have the maturity before marriage to understand about this level? No, right? And this is one side of the coin. The other side about marriage, arranged marriage, yeah, that is a blind. What do you call? There's a card game. Is it bluff? What is it? There's some cards game. I think bluff or blind. I don't know. There are some games. What was the game we played at Hemagauri Mataji's place? Is it blind?
I think it's bluff.
Bluff
Bluff
only.
call, Prabhuji.
Of course, it for everyone information, it was not a cards game. Dwaraka Vasini Mataji very well knows how she bluffed me. Uh, uh, yeah, in arranged marriage, what's happening is, oh, we want to make sure that the marriage doesn't break, isn't it? Huh? The attempts are always to ensure that the marriage doesn't break. Why? Because society, in front of everyone, we got married. Let's try to keep it up, maintain it, and then no, it doesn't work unless people have proper understanding, the wife and husband given time to understand each other, all these things. If that's not there, it's gone. And just relying on kundali, again, I think when you are mentioning that, it reminded me, in devotee's life, yeah, of course, kundali can help, because okay, if grahas are favorable, it can help. But Krishna is the master of all the planets, right? Huh?
Yes,
He's the lord
Prabhuji.
of all. He's the lord of all the grahas, predominating deities. All are ruling the planets. It is not just Rahu. Rahu has a predominating deity who is a expansion of Lord Vishnu. Can he do anything on his own? No, he still has to follow what his master will tell, and his master will tell what I mean, based on wow, on whom such influence has to happen. So I can tell my own, yeah, I often, very, very regularly see my own astrology. Why? Because it happens as it is. But still, I am saying that as a devotee, the same, whatever the chart is telling, happens totally in a unique way. Not because, of course, I am becoming a devotee or no, I am a great devotee. No, nothing like that. I'm saying I have faith in Krishna that, okay, whatever as per the astrology has to happen is happening, but I know because you are controlling everything, my job is only to serve you. So in that way, I value astrology as a science. I value its influences, but moreover, I value the complete control of the Lord over everything. In that case, doesn't matter whether Kundli's match, doesn't match. Yeah, Kundli is only, as I said, maybe a kind of safety net. Yeah, if you have full faith in astrologers, they will tell only follow astrology. Yeah, have you seen? I think who is that? PVR Narasimha Rao? Anyone knows him? Why to take a name? There are so many astrologers. There are so many astrologers. They say, just because of this, your family is broken. Come on, we don't want post analysis, we don't want pre analysis, because every life is unique. How can we really know that astrology is okay? The influences are there, but the result, who can say this is the result because of that only? In Bhagavatam, when Kali Purush uh, has come, and this cow and the bull, yeah, were so badly treated, when Parikshit Maharaj is asking who has done it, what was the answer? Hmm? Adirasa Prabhu, what was the answer given by the bull? or the cow. I think
Yeah, I think he said, I do not know.
Yes, I don't know when such the dharma, the bull is dharma and cow is the earth personification. They themselves inspired the Kalipurush was in front of them, and in Kalipurush hand there was this spear, right? What do you call this? This gada, which with all the spikes. He had it, and it was evident that this had a blood on it. Can't they simply very easily confirm that yes, that this is the truth? No, it is not so easy to ascertain what is the truth. Can the astrologers do that? How can they do it? They can only give a guess. Hmm? You're getting the point? So whether it's kundli matching, maybe it doesn't matter. If we commit ourselves to be a grihastha, and grihastha life is life of sacrifices for a higher purpose, it doesn't matter whatever it is. Yeah, sometimes we go through this hukaramukhi, means through the sugarcane juice crushed more. Sometimes we are given all Kashipu, Hiranyakashipu, all this gold and bed comfort, all these things. Sometimes that, sometimes this. But we should always understand that Grahastha ashram is for a proper whitewash. Means whatever dirt that is inside us, that should be thoroughly washed. And the ashram is facilitating that. Yep. Did I cover your question or still pending?
No, it got Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should title this session properly so that the wisdom of Bhagavatam should help grihasthas to lead a proper grihastha life. I leave it. Who is handling the weekend YouTubes? I don't know. Anyway, we'll check later. So thank you very much. Vanchakalparabhyashta kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you
So
very much,
much.
Prabhuji. Hare